Travolting presents Bobbin for Robin. Hosted by Jeff Sweeney and Stuart Elmore. Covering License to Wed with special guest Alex Sherman. Hello, everybody.
Oh, you said you had clips to play right away.
I know.
Yeah.
I really threw you off your groove, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Actually, I do have clips to play. I'm just
We
gonna
should have just sustained like 10 minutes of silence after the intro.
just wait for me. I just wanted to play the opening clip of License to Wed for everybody here, just to get a vibe of what this movie's about.
No.
Dunder Mifflin, this is Pam.
Just
One moment, I'll transfer you.
Wait. It gets
I
better.
haven't heard anything. But I'd bet Jim got the job. I mean, why wouldn't he? He's totally qualified and smart. Everyone loves him. And if he never comes back again, that's okay.
And he never came back again because he moved to Chicago and went on a date with Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Who'da
guys.
thought?
The Jim and Pam love story never happened.
This movie does have a substantial amount of Office.
Yeah.
You know
Appearances.
why, though, right? Because the director directed
he did
like
all of
20
The Office.
episodes of The Office.
Yes.
He was an executive producer.
Including, I didn't think I was going to get to my second clip this fast, but yeah. So this movie's directed by none other than
None other than this guy who I don't remember.
I don't remember his fucking name. Ken Kwapis. I hope I pronounced his last name right.
Probably not.
Ken Kwapis. Ken Kwapis, who has done a lot of episodes of The Office, including none other than
Hey, Kelly! Welcome to my convenience store. I have some very delicious googie googie, only 99 cents plus tax. Try my googie googie. Try my googie googie. Try my...
the infamous Diversity Day episode.
Yeah.
But he's also done like so many other episodes, including the finale. So he didn't just do the most cursed episode of The Office. He did do other ones.
He directed 13 episodes of The Office.
Okay. I was 7 off.
How dare you?
Fuck.
He's directing that Malcolm in the Middle sequel show right now. Are we aware of this?
No.
They're doing a 4-part Malcolm in the Middle sequel show.
4 parts.
4 parts, 4 episodes, in and out, clean. It's gonna be, guys. Remember all these characters? They're adults now. Let's see what they're up to.
I know they recast the youngest kid.
They recast one of them who was just like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
Is he
And
even
it was
still
a-
acting?
I think
No.
he's not acting. He's like
Yeah.
in some other field, and he's just like, all right,
I'm
I'm
all
it.
good.
I
Yeah.
don't need to.
I read I think he's getting a master's right now, and it's like, nah, I'm good.
Good
He's a
for
smart
him.
guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to come back to it. Stay out of Hollywood, little one. He's probably like 30 right now. I'm dating on how old the show is, which is partly dating all of us here sitting at the table. Half our listeners probably don't even know what the show Malcolm in the Middle is.
Okay, so there's the kid named
Before
Malcolm.
Bryan
He has
Cranston
2 brothers.
was
One was old,
Heisenberg.
one was young, and he's in the middle. Simple, clean.
There
In and
was
out.
a 4th brother. That
Was
was,
there? No, there wasn't.
yeah, that was
You're
older.
hallucinating this.
I'm not. It's Danny
You're
Masterson's
hallucinating
brother
this.
in real life. Oh, sorry.
Is Dan
Alex-
Masterson the one who killed somebody?
Yeah.
I thought he was a sexual assault guy.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Someone
he's the rapist, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashton Kutcher is the one that killed. Sorry. Neil. Sorry.
Ashton Kutcher is the one that killed
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
What? Wait, let's get into it.
No,
First off, Alex Sherman, everybody.
Welcome to the show, first appearance. Let's just jump right into it. Alex, why did you pick License to Wed?
It was left. That's pretty much it. I don't know. I've always been a really big Robin Williams fan. When I was a kid, I owned 2 VHS copies of Hook.
Great movie, ain't it?
In case you wore one out, you have to have the backup.
Exactly. No, I just was always such a huge fan. So when I heard you guys were doing this, I was pretty much like, I'll fucking do any episode. I don't really care what the movie is because I've seen most of his movies at this point in my life.
Now you've seen one. Oh, you said you'd already seen this movie.
I saw this one when it first came out when I was a kid. So fucking 20 years ago. That's awful to say. God. Back when I had hair. So and didn't like it then. Haven't seen it since. Pretty much is in the same
ballpark.
Yeah, exactly. Same estimation that I made when I was a child. I made now.
I think that's a pretty even-handed assessment of this motion picture.
Yeah. Hook is a great movie, though, right?
Hook is amazing.
It's one of his best movies.
It's a wonderful, wonderful movie.
One would say probably like top tier Spielberg.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
top tier Robin.
I would agree.
I'm saying it 'cause
Anyway.
Jeff, notorious Hook hater.
Oh, shut
I
up.
like Hook
Yeah.
very much. Looks like a 5 out of 10. I don't hate it.
Whoa!
That's
5 out of 10!
drastically low.
It's just not very good.
Drastically low.
It's not very good. Anyway,
If we roll back the tape,
Too
I
hooked,
don't know
too
if you
furious.
actually gave it 5. I think you gave it like a 6.
no, I think I gave it a 5.
We'll roll back
No,
the
I
tape.
can literally pull up my letterbox right now.
I'm willing
and
to. Well, Letterbox versus
your
what you said on the podcast, but
because I would have said
I'm willing
I'd
to
give
be
it
wrong.
2.5 out of 5 stars.
okay.
This podcast is not sponsored by Letterboxd.
Not this podcast not sponsored by Letterbox. However, it is sponsored by
Squarespace.
Whoa.
Hello.
Whoa.
Yes. We're getting to the part where we're going to talk about Squarespace.
Yeah. Okay.
Mention the website. Yeah. How it's very easy to make a website, and if you go to www.squarespace.com/Travolting, you can get 15% off your first domain name. Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
What if we build them? What if we just sent them an invoice?
guys. What if I had that bit planned?
What if we just sent them an invoice and we're like, hey,
There's a podcast.
we did an ad already for you.
Yeah.
Can you give us
that'll
money?
be $1,500.
That'll be some money, please. Money, please. So, License to Wed, very weird object.
Yes.
2007, right? That's the year of this motion picture?
Yes.
July 3rd, 2007. This was a good time to be me in the world. My birthday's coming up. Transformers has just come out. Life's riding high.
This is Robin's first movie after rehab.
Well, bad time it would be him, but good time to be me.
Yeah. Bad time to be him.
It is, it's very sad to like
Talk about Robin at all in this period.
Yes, that. But like, you do just get the sense watching this movie that Robin's kind of been like left behind in a sense. Because like you watch, he's in the zeitgeist through the 80s and the 90s and even into the early 2000s. Like he's very, much in the movies people are talking about.
Yeah.
And then there's the precipitous fallout, like right around like RV post his like drama run of Insomnia and whatnot, 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah.
Where he just starts being in things that aren't important anymore.
Yeah.
And a Hollywood comedy like makes a sharp shift into a new generation that he is not invited to, it feels like.
Yeah.
And I don't think like maliciously. I just think like he doesn't really fit in anymore.
I think you're bringing up something really important because even when his career was falling apart, he still had the clout to like pick and choose interesting ideas. Like his career was going down the toilet when he did Final Cut.
Yeah.
Which like Final Cut not being that great of a movie, still an interesting pick. Like if you just think of it on paper, like that's an interesting choice. Or like when we talked about like his Dark Trilogy, like that Dark Trilogy, 1 Hour Photo, Death of Smoochie and Insomnia, that was after he did Patch Adams, Jacob the Liar, Bison Stone Man. So his career's going down the toilet, but he still had the ability to choose certain
And like even
things.
Death to Smoochie and RV are like big budget studio comedies that he is anchoring. Like he is Edward Norton is the lead of Death of Smoochy, but like Robin Williams is
he's the
cell.
Yeah, he's
the
the reason for you to come out and actually see it.
And then I don't think it's a coincidence that in 2003 a movie called Anchorman comes out.
Yeah,
and
good point.
changes the entire like calculus of Hollywood comedies going forward.
Yeah.
Because like Robin had existed in that same world with like Jim Carrey for a little bit. Like they were kind of doing, I don't know what exactly you'd call their style of comedy. It's very over the top. It's brash.
Jim Carrey and Robin?
Yeah, like they have kind of similar like zany energy.
Your dad actually had a really good point on this on the Good Morning Vietnam.
It's train of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness.
Yeah, stream of consciousness type of comedy.
But like in 2003, Anchorman comes out, and that kind of heralds the era of like the Judd Apatow comedy, which he kind of dominates for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, weirdly, Anchorman to Anchorman 2 is kind of the, like in
The window.
Like
Yeah.
you look at his producing credits and you're like, it was just hit after hit until Anchorman 2, and then it just kind of falls off. It's so weird that he has the perfect like margins of bordered by the Anchorman movies.
Well, because like you brought up Jim Carrey, and I was just looking at his IMDb and looking at all of his stuff, and like he has a little bit more bandwidth in the 2000s before his career kind of like goes on the wayside.
But he still is like,
he's still
on his way out.
He's still on his way out. Like by the time you get to like, I would argue probably Yes Man. Yes Man's probably his best like the Jim Carrey lead comedy role, and then everything else after that is kind of because then you get to like Mr. Popper's Penguins.
No.
Then you get his appearance in Anchorman 2.
Yeah.
So
The number 23.
the number 23
the most over the top
we
piece of
shan't
shit.
talk about yet until we do the Carrie cast when we
No, it's called
inevitably
Carry On.
carry on.
Just a reminder, 2 divided by 3 is 0.666. So, in case you forgot.
crazy.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Jeebus. Anyway, but like my point more or less stands at like after Anchorman comes out and the Apatow like reign starts, because I pulled up it's Anchorman, like then immediately it's 40-Year-Old Virgin, Talladega Nights, Knocked Up, Walk Hard, Super Bad, Pineapple Express, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Step Brothers.
It's a new generation
Funny
of
people.
comedy.
That's a very different run
with
like new stars. And it's a different style of comedy than
different
Robin's.
style. Yeah, very.
It's a younger, more hungry style of comedy.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of like big name older comedians who make their way into these movies in certain roles, but they're kind of like, it's kind of this like gap generation that Robin is like in.
I don't disagree. Who is there someone you had in mind that was like an older generation?
An example is like you watch Knocked Up, and like Seth Rogen's dad in that movie is Harold Ramis.
Okay.
And like it's not a big role,
right?
But Harold Ramis is in the movie as his dad.
And he's able to fit in.
Anchorman, Fred Willard is the head of the news station.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And like I think the problem with Robin is he's kind of still too big to take roles like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like he's too big of a star.
Yeah.
To be Seth Rogen's dad in Knocked Up.
Yeah. Obviously, he's not here to say whether or not, but I'd be very curious if like people who worked with him, people who were around him, who I would very much ask the question, like when Anchorman was like on the up and up, like it hadn't been like made yet, if there was like a talk of like him wanting or even trying to like get on that movie. Like, do we think he like sent in a tape, or do we think he like reached out and was like, I would take any role?
I feel like at that point in his career, he
would
of
get
those,
asked.
Yeah,
You think he would
didn't
get
ask.
asked?
He got the calls. Like I feel like at that point he was still a studio would plan a movie around him being in it. And then figure out what they want him to do. And honestly, I feel like this is kind of one of those movies.
And I think that's the problem is like he's too big of a star for anyone to consider like, oh, we can put him in like a small role in Knocked Up or Funny People. But at the same time, he is too like washed up career wise for them to really throw a flyer at him to lead one of these movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he is more or less at this point cast out of what is the comedy moment.
It's crazy he's not in that big like Anchorman
He's
super
in-
fight.
Like even if
seems
it's
like
not
a
the Anchorman
perfect-
super fight, you would think one of these like, because like it truly is. This is the comedy like movie like situation for 10 years.
Yeah.
I like saying the word Apatow. Apatowian. The Apatowian run really just has a stranglehold on comedy overall. It's him and it's Adam Sandler, Happy Madison movies.
Yeah.
And they sometimes cross paths with like You Don't Mess with the Zohan or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's just very interesting. Like Robin is completely devoid of this. We're never going to talk about any of these movies.
Right.
Yeah.
He just never winds up in any of them.
I never thought about that. That is actually a really good point. Yeah.
It's like
he's never in that new branch.
He is like I don't like using this word, but like he's kind of at this point becoming a comedy dinosaur. Like
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel like a lot of those movies kind of aged out of the stream of consciousness type of comedy and were a lot more improvising and a lot more kind of building off of each other.
Yeah.
Whereas Robin is more of the, I'm going to talk until I say something that's incredibly funny.
To your very point, I and you guys, if you disagree, but like as you're talking about these new movies, Jeff, I almost feel like these are movies where like a lot of attention, a lot of care going to making sure the script is funny.
Yeah.
And then we hire funny people to elevate it, as opposed to the script's got a few jokes, but once we get Robin, it's going to be so funny.
And like it's like situational comedy, and it's a little drier, but the improv is still like over the top.
Right.
Like I think about because I was like when I was running through this thought experiment yesterday, I was watching License to Wed. I'm trying to think about anything else but License to Wed. So I'm like running through basically this era of comedy and like where is a place Robin could have slotted in? And what I thought about is Step Brothers. I'm presuming we've all seen.
He could
Step
have been
Brothers.
the dad.
Richard Jenkins, delivering one of the great performances of the 21st century in Step Brothers. Possibly nominate him for an Oscar for that. To be clear, I do not think Robin would be a better choice than Richard Jenkins.
I agree.
I think part of the joy of that is that you hire a guy who's like not known to be a comedian to just deliver like dry lines in that.
Right.
Yeah.
But my favorite line in that whole movie is like when the parents are on the outs and Richard Jenkins just like disappears for the night and he comes back to Mary Steenburgen and he walks in, he's like hammered and he's like, Last night at the Cheesecake Factory is the best I felt in months. It's just like just this completely tossed off. Like you think you went out to the bars and you went to the Cheesecake Factory. It just like tore it up.
And
like just imagine I envision like Robin walking in and I can hear in my mind how he would say that.
I know. Yeah.
I can hear in my mind.
It's not as funny.
Last night is the Cheesecake Factory is the best I felt in months. And I'm like, it's not as funny as like the kind of the droll.
Yeah. I'll give you
Jenkins.
one even better. He could not have done James Caan in Elf.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That has to be James Caan.
Yeah.
Like if you put Robin in that role playing Will Ferrell's dad, like
Yeah.
I can picture it's not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Well, both of those characters are very much the straight man.
Yeah.
Right.
They're the guy that you're bouncing the wackiness off of, and I feel like he's a bit too wacky himself.
Robin's too wacky to bounce off of.
Yeah.
He kind of has to be the wacky one.
yeah. God. Yeah, that's a sad like realization thinking about it. It's like, yeah, because all of his movies from here on out, like we already talked about RV, but like License to Wed is a classic example. Man of the Year that we talked about 3 weeks ago was another classic example of like he's got to be the wacky zany comedian, and there's nothing really that funny about it. I do think it is like in the same vein of like all these movies we're talking about, the fundamental script, if you just read it on paper, is funny.
Yeah.
Like if you read it very dry, it's like, yeah, this is funny. And then you cast Will Ferrell and
We're John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. Thank you.
I think the only big like studio comedy that we are going to talk about again with Robin is Old Dogs.
Jeez.
I think
big studio in the sense that Disney made it.
he is in other comedies, but they're like smaller deals. And Old Dogs is a completely like different beast in its own.
It's in the same genre that we're talking about.
Have you like?
Have I seen
have you
Old
ever
Dogs?
seen We've seen Old. Have you
We've
seen
seen Old Dogs.
So the thing about Old Dogs is that if you actually open the Bible,
Yeah.
there's actually like a hidden page in the Bible. Like you have to like really put your fingers in.
Yeah, you gotta like peel the pages
and you peel
apart.
the page in half, and it actually just reveals a DVD copy of Old Dogs in the middle of Revelation. And then you put it in, and your TV, like the numbers where it says like how far in the movie you are, it actually changes to 666.
They divided, 2 by 3.
Yeah, they divided 2 by 3. And then the movie, your soul gets sucked into the television.
So it's Jumanji.
It's Jumanji, except for Satan.
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
But that unironically, that is like the energy of Old Dogs is like a perversely evil movie. That is, Stuart and I were like the first time because we covered it when Travolta.
Yeah.
We did Travolta because he's in it. And we're going to cover it again shortly.
Oh, wow.
And I listened back to that episode. We are too like scared to say we liked it. You listen to our episode of Old Dogs, and we are both like terrified to admit we found it funny because it is so foul.
Yeah. Is that the one where they get motorcycles?
No, that's Wild Hogs. Same director.
Walt Becker. Yeah.
But like the Old Dogs episode, where, so in this scene, this probably wouldn't age super well. We're just like so averse to admitting we found anything funny in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it is so like such noxious energy. I think our new episode on it will be quite good because I think we'll be ready to admit something.
Because I think we're searching for water in the desert right now.
We're searching for water in the desert right now.
And Old Dogs is going to be like that tainted pool that you shouldn't drink from.
That still water.
Yeah.
It's just a puddle. You have to use your hand.
Like the thing about Old Dogs is every time you think like, well, this is clearly as like the worst this can get.
Yeah.
It finds a new like water main to puncture in its dig.
It's like, oh, there's a new bottom.
It's like a lower level we can go to.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is, I think, doing blackface within 10 minutes of that movie starting.
God.
He is.
Like he goes to a tanning salon to look a little more orange for a job interview, and he sits in it for too long, and he comes out completely.
Yeah, because that's how that works.
And it's just like 5 minutes of you staring at him like that. You're like, oh my God, how can this get worse?
Speaking of which, the Jamaica flight at the end of this movie.
Yes.
Not to jump ahead. It was what an awful fucking throwaway joke.
Yeah.
That was not needed. Sorry. I was thinking about this earlier.
To swing us back, we'll talk about Old Dogs when we get to it, and what a day that will be.
What a day that will
I'm
be.
actually looking forward to it.
I am too.
I cannot fucking believe I'm saying this, but I'm looking forward to our Old Dogs episode.
Me too, man.
So, License to Wed. We're talking about it's directed by Ken Kwapis.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say his last name.
Kwapis. We love Kwapis, don't we?
Kwapli. Sorry. It's only because... hold on a second.
So... Kwapis. It's just fun to say it.
It is fun to say.
We love Kwapis.
Kwapis.
People, they're coming up to me, tears in their eyes. They say, we love Kwapis. We're going to bring Kwapis back.
Please, no more Kwapis. It's too much Kwapis.
They're saying, Mr. President, too much Kwapis. We got to send Kwapis back.
And all I have to say is, more Kwapis. Fuck.
There are just words.
Country in the drain.
There are just words that when you say them in a bad Trump impression, just like exceed like levels of funny. I don't know what it is.
It's because we're all depressed.
Yeah, we're all depressed. And
we're all sad.
we're
the state of our
looking
country.
we're looking for the little bits of light in the dim tunnel. That is
anything that can make you smile.
Yeah.
Is worth it.
Yeah.
But so this movie gets written in 2005 by Kim Barker. It's written on spec, which for those in the biz. No, they wrote. It means you just fucking wrote a script and you sent it to the studio and said, "Can you give me money for this, please?"
Yeah.
Guapus. But it gets picked up by Warner Brothers. They hire Kwapis off of his successful Office run to direct it, and he pulls Krasinski right away off of The Office. because this is like the kind of beginnings of they're trying to make Krasinski a thing.
Yeah.
Like a movie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about John Krasinski so much.
You do?
Because I think he is an extremely gifted comedian or comic actor. I shouldn't say comedian, comic actor. Have you guys ever seen It's Complicated?
No.
Yes.
The Nancy Meyers, Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin romance.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that and you're like, oh. One of the most immaculate vibes a movie has ever crafted.
Mm-hmm.
That movie is like taking a warm bath with like Epsom salts.
It is. It's not bad.
You put it on and you just kind of like there's a little bit of complication in it. There's some minor moments of stress, but it is just like letting this great vibe of a movie soak into you.
Yeah,
but
it's a movie made for moms that are too fucking tired.
Yeah, to like really.
Yeah,
it's a movie to provide comfort. Like Nancy Meyers, the queen that she is. But there's a sequence in it that Krasinski delivers. I think one of the funniest performances I've seen in a movie. Basically, like the premise is. He is going, like he's at a restaurant at the bottom of a hotel, like the continental breakfast setup, with two women. One of them he is going to marry. One of them is her sister. And the way he's seated in the corner. This is important, corner chair. Mm-hmm. And they're like at the two chairs opposite him. Mm-hmm. And directly behind them are the elevators to the top of the hotel. Mm-hmm. And so they can't see the elevators, but Krasinski can. And Krasinski clocks that their divorced parents both come in at the same time and get in the elevator and go up to the same hotel room. And so he's like, he's the one who's clocking this. And so you're like, oh, that's a funny joke.
Yeah.
Then like something happens. There's a medical emergency. And so you're just watching this very straight conversation scene with these two ladies and Krasinski. And the whole time he is just fucking melting down. He's just watching like EMTs and firefighters. And like all this craziness getting like sucked in. He's like, oh my God, their parents are dead. Yeah. I'm watching this happen live. And I have to tell, I'm the only one who knows.
Yeah.
And just the way his face is just like, like it's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so good at like just
he's
facial
good at the gym look. He's good at
the gym look.
He's really good at the gym look.
And I think he could have really become quite an accomplished comic like leading man. And then something happens that throws his career off and has thrown his career off ever since. He auditions for the role of Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Oh.
He is one of the two finalists. Mm-hmm. It is him and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And they pick Chris Evans because they're like, well, people aren't going to buy Jim from The Office in this movie.
Yeah.
And he is so bruised by that that the rest of his career is an attempt for him to prove that yes, I can.
Yeah.
That's why he does this insane pivot into being Jack Ryan. The thing that I don't think anybody has anyone watched that show? Apparently the second season is about a Venezuela, like they depose the president of Venezuela. It's like almost beat for beat exactly what Trump did with Venezuela. Yeah. And people are like, yeah, if anyone had watched this show, maybe they would have clocked it. They had like 6 people watched it.
That was the dress rehearsal.
It was the dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
They worked it through.
But he does like 13 hours. He's very grizzled.
13
in a quiet
hours,
place.
a quiet place.
Finally, Marvel gives him a chance as Reed Richards for 5 fucking minutes, and then kill him off right away. That almost has to bruise him more, right? It's like, John, we made a mistake. You are ready to be a superhero. We'd like you to come and audition for Reed Richards.
Well, do you know why he's in that movie?
Why is he
because do you guys know Boss Logic?
Boss Logic.
Boss Logic is like a fan poster creator.
Oh, yeah.
Who like was really popular from like 2015 to 2020.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
And
where
he
this
would
is
he
heading.
had like a Reddit and a Twitter and an Instagram.
Yeah,
He'd be like,
yeah.
look at this like poster I made of I don't know, like give me an actor. Name any actor.
Pedro
John
Pascal.
Krasinski.
Look at this. I made Pedro Pascal as Dr. X or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And like it was before AI, so they are like actually like made by a guy. They're not bad. But he did one of John Krasinski with the beard as Reed Richards. And Emily Blunt, who is actually married to John Krasinski in real life, as Sue Storm. Mm-hmm. And people are like, let's just do it. Just do it. make that movie. And I don't think either of them had any interest in doing it.
Yeah.
But when it comes time for them to do Multiverse of Madness, they're like, oh, we need Mr. Fantastic. They're like, John, you want to do a day? He's like, yeah, sure.
We need like the smartest people on this like board of Illuminati.
Yeah.
Reed Richards is a good pick.
It was one of those things I remember reading that they took a bunch of popular fan casts.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, I guess we can do this.
Yeah, like
So,
it was truly
None of these people are going to live.
it was jingling keys.
yeah, it was to show you, are you sure this works the way you think it works? Because it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's a bad performance in that movie.
It's, yeah.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski, quite bad in Multiverse of Madness for his 5 minutes of screen time.
I
Not a
don't
good
care
movie.
enough to disagree. I mean,
If it was like a milquetoast performance, I wouldn't have any thoughts on it. It is an actively bad performance. That is the
Wow.
problem.
wow. I didn't really remember it, which I guess is testament on its own, right?
But like the point being, Krasinski's career gets kind of like torpedoed by a movie he's not even in because he's so committed to I can be an action star.
Yeah.
He's doing like more Jack Ryan now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and then Chris Pratt also went from being on Parks and Rec to being, you know,
Chris
a
Pratt
piece
like
of shit. So,
Chris
Star-Lord.
Pratt like
Yeah.
proved that it's possible. And I'm sure Krasinski's like screw
If he can do it, why can't I?
I do think the Parks and Rec thing where Chris Pratt got like fucking ripped between like 2 seasons for Guardians of the Galaxy, and then they're like, well, can you still do the last season of Parks and Rec? Because he's actually a funny bit.
Yeah.
But looping us back to Krasinski, like
Yeah.
It's
See,
him.
he had a lot of great potential to be a comedic
he had a
actor.
really and this is like the studios have chosen him to kind of like let's start throwing him some him some ups, give him a shot. Because what's his movie run around this time?
Around
pull it up.
06? I mean, he's
see.
in the middle of like The Office at this point. Like he's just started like, you know, seasons 1 and 2 of The Office. So I mean, because Monsters vs. Aliens comes out in 09, if you want to count that.
Oh, yeah.
Shrek the Third. He does Lancelot and
Yeah,
Shrek the Third.
it's kind of this is kind of like his one lead role at this time, isn't
Like
it?
that's what I was saying. It's like everything before The Office is, you know, like normal working actor moving up the ladder
He
kind of
leads
vibe.
Away We Go, the Sam Mendes movie with him and Maya Rudolph. He's of course won the Nobel Peace Prize for his performance in It's Complicated.
He plays himself in The
He
Muppets.
plays himself in the Muppets. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That movie has some good cameos in it.
it's a great movie.
Like all the Muppet movies obviously have like good appearances in them. The Muppets is a great.
Loved it.
Every scene reveals something new.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Like,
So-
oh, Jack Black is now in this movie for a scene.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, Jack Black is just going to be tied to a chair,
Yeah.
sitting in the background of the rest of the movie
yeah.
because they won't let him leave.
Freaking awesome. Threat Level Midnight, the movie. His golden face.
You know another movie he's good in? Another nightmare movie? Aloha. The movie where Emma Stone plays an Asian woman.
Oh my.
What?
What?
Have we memory hold this?
I don't remember this at all.
Neither do I.
She plays a Hawaiian. It's this movie, Aloha.
Okay.
Okay, I show you this poster.
A celebrated military contractor.
Wait! Don't read anymore. Don't read
Oh
anymore.
my God.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a very simple pitch of this movie, and you are gonna tell me what you think the rest of the movie's about.
Okay.
It's about Bradley Cooper. He is a like U.S. contractor, and he has to return to Hawaii, where his ex-wife, played by Rachel McAdams, is, and he meets a new Hawaiian girl, played by Emma Stone. What do you think this movie is about? I give you that simple premise.
He cheats on her with Emma Stone.
You think that's going to be the pitch, right?
Cheats on, yeah.
But do you think that is what the movie is about?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Like,
Is this gonna be-
what do you think the plot is?
No,
why is he there?
Can
Why
I-
do you think he's on
Can I
Hawaii?
make a prediction?
Yes, you can.
I feel like this is going to be one of those The Judge moments. Where the movie
It's not the judge.
Okay.
It's not the judge.
We should talk about the judge.
Okay, I'm gonna Russian nesting ball one level deeper. The judge.
Have you seen the
Robert
judge?
Downey Jr. Robert Duvall.
I love
24.
it.
It's
Love it when he
Robert
talks
Downey
about the judge.
Jr.'s like passion.
He does a
project
good judge
makes
talk.
in the middle of his Marvel.
We could do a
run.
podcast of the judge by itself.
He's
The amount
like,
of times we talk
he's
about
like,
the judge.
I made I make so much money. I want to like make my movie. And so Robert Downey Jr.'s whole thing is he's like really trying to reconcile with his father in the 2010s.
Yeah.
He weirdly makes the Marvel movies about it. Like Avengers Endgame when he like reconciles with his dad.
Yeah.
It's actually his payoff to this. But he makes The Judge. It's a movie about he's a lawyer and his dad is a judge in a small town in America. And he has to go back to the town. And you think, oh, well, this is a movie about he's going to reconcile with his dad. Kind of is about that. The real thing is he comes back to the town and he goes to a bar and he meets a pretty young waitress and he hooks up with her that night. Next day, he goes and he meets with his high school sweetheart who walks out of the house. The girl he hooked up with last night, it's her daughter. When was she born? 9 months after Robert Downey Jr. left the town.
Oh, so he hooked up with his daughter.
And so
potential
now
daughter.
he's trying to figure out.
Is this old boy?
And so you're watching the whole movie and it's trying to make you be like, isn't this so nice? The family is getting back together. And you're like, I don't care. Did he or did he not hook up with his daughter? because you're like, well, maybe it was a throwaway. It keeps bringing it back up. It's like his sub-investigation.
Yeah. Did I accidentally fuck my daughter?
Did I accidentally like sleep with my own child? It's so distressing.
I knew the moment I mentioned the judge,
Yeah.
it would get him spiraling.
I just like telling people about it. Aloha. Aloha.
Going back one layer.
It's directed by Cameron Crowe, who does Jerry Maguire, Almost Famous, very good director. So what do we think this movie's about?
He cheats on Rachel McAdams.
But
with
what do
Emma
you think
Stone.
the plot? Why is Bradley Cooper in Hawaii?
Oh, in
dying?
the first place?
I don't know.
What do you think he's trying to accomplish? He works for the U.S. government.
Oh, he probably has a U.S. government contract special thing he's got to do in Hawaii.
Was this like a secret action
Classified
movie?
mission or some bullshit?
So the movie ends up, it is similar to The Judge in that it wants you to care about this interpersonal relationship.
Yeah.
But it's actually about, he's like launching a secret U.S. military satellite into orbit from private Hawaiian land, getting into like territory disputes with the local like chieftain. And they're fighting it out. And Bill Murray is this evil CEO who just keeps coming in and being like, we will control the skies.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Do I need to watch this movie?
You kind of should. But Krasinski plays Rachel McAdams' new partner, from what I remember. And he just plays like a very funny, like military stiff in it, which he's good at.
Gotcha.
Point being, Krasinski could have really been something.
Yeah.
God, look at what is this? 2016, 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. 2017, Detroit. 2018, A Quiet Place. 2020, A Quiet Place Part 2. 2022, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Jack Ryan, Ghost War.
Oh my.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie.
I don't think you need to watch that movie.
No, I've seen all the other
This movie
Jack
has
Ryans.
a lot of
I have to finish
actors in
that.
it too.
What movie?
Aloha.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, it's not the worst Cameron Crowe movie.
What's the
Elizabethtown, we'll take that one. Elizabethtown is like, what if Orlando Bloom was a romantic lead? And then like the movie ends up like, all right, we'll just not do that again. Don't need to talk about that.
Am I crazy? Why is that a crazy idea? He was Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean.
He's got I would
pretty.
say he's very pretty. He just I would describe him as not having that much range.
Yeah, he's a bad actor. Let's
Yeah.
be very fucking clear. He's a very bad actor.
But he has pretty eyes.
He has some
and
pretty
long,
eyes.
long blonde hair.
Yeah,
That's
he's
the only
as good
way
as
I ever
Legolas.
see him.
Look, if I had a nickel for every time like some gorgeous man made it on Hollywood and made a lot more money than I did, I'd be richer than that person.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway,
Orlando Bloom,
so closing another nesting doll, Aloha, closing the Krasinski one.
Kingdom of Heaven.
You know who else gets cast in this movie? Kingdom of Heaven.
I almost triggered
You know
him
who
up.
else gets cast in this movie though? Mandy Moore.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Mandy Moore?
Interesting that Ridley Scott directed Kingdom of Heaven.
It's because he's like, well, Gladiator worked. I'll just do that again.
Yeah.
except in the Crusades.
He made a 3.5-hour movie about the Crusades.
Nobody liked it. And then he's like, well, I'll put a director's cut out on DVD. And everyone's like, actually, this is really good. They're like, wow. When you put the parts in, when you put the missing parts in, it actually is quite good.
Edward Norton wears a mask the entire movie.
I like it when a director's cut comes out and they're like, oh, the movie's good now because it has all these pieces that, just
everything that they made him get rid of.
it actually explains the movie now. Because sometimes the directors come in and they're like, this is like self-indulgent.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, so that part that didn't make sense to me when I saw it, that's just because they just removed the whole part that made sense. Mandy Moore. Whew. That was good.
Amanda Lee Moore, full government name.
Yes. An interesting career at this point.
Right.
Yeah, she's at this point she's already made the switch to movies. She's been kind of that female relatable lead.
Yeah, she was a teen, a very successful teen rom-com star.
She was in Dr. Dolittle too? Holy shit.
It's her film debut.
Wow.
But she's in The Princess Diaries. Pops up in A Walk to Remember. That's a big role.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she has a run Chasing Liberty, Saved, Racing Stripes.
She's so good in Saved.
She's great in Saved. Saved? Entertaining movie.
Great movie.
But she just does this run of, well, she's a very bankable young adult actress. And I think this movie is interesting because this is the lob to, can you translate this teen stardom into adult stardom?
Okay.
Because she's playing someone who's getting married in this movie.
Yeah.
And that's that's a very, defined role.
Yeah.
Career-wise, can you make the jump?
Not the high school sweetheart anymore.
Yeah.
You're getting married.
And I do think it is unfortunate this movie's not successful because it kind of puts a stop to that rise for her. She still pops up in movies after this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, the rest of her career is voicing Rapunzel.
I was gonna say that's a big role.
Well, that's a big role, but when it comes to
yeah, I guess so.
if you're the rest of your career is I just voiced Rapunzel on all the Disney ancillary merchandise.
Pays the bills.
It does pay the bills.
Pays the bills.
She's the mom in This Is Us.
I'm not disputing her financial success or even her public notoriety, but it's anyone's you know what I love? Mandy Moore and Rapunzel Entangled. People are just kids are I like Rapunzel. Rapunzel's great. Mandy
It's
Moore
crazy because Idina Menzel gets so much hype for Frozen. Entangled's a better movie than Frozen.
It's because of Let It Go.
I get it. I get that.
Entirely because of Let It Go.
Yeah.
She was also I don't know. Idina Menzel was also she was a huge
Big time
Broadway.
I'm sorry. Apologies. Adele Dazeem, please.
Adele Dazeem. A good callback. Yeah.
It's Adele Dazeem.
Yeah.
Well, we did a whole episode.
The wickedly
Adele Dazeem.
Wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. Oh my god.
Remember when he went on a talk show the next day and was like, "How did you mispronounce it?" And he was like, "Well, Goldie Hawn was just standing right there." And I was like, "Oh my god,
Goldie Hawn!" He kept staring at Goldie Hawn. It's
Goldie Hawn's so beautiful that it's you're on. And then I just looked at the car. I was like, "What is that name?" Hearing John Travolta talk in a non-acting context is so funny.
It's
He's just got a very interesting way with words.
He has a very interesting way with words.
Yeah. Orientation to Scientology movie. Go and watch it on YouTube.
No, I'm good. I've had enough Scientology in my life to last a lifetime.
This is why we brought you
having
here,
enough
Alex.
Scientology. Yeah. Oh my God, look at how many times she's played Rapunzel. This is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Good for her, man.
No, good
for her.
It is good for her.
Okay, but you were saying this is kind of the nail in the coffin of no more of this for you.
Well, it's
more.
it's can you make the jump?
Right.
The movie doesn't work. It is actually a financial success, which we'll talk about. Weirdly,
Oh my god,
this movie is actually successful.
that's
financially.
insane.
Not a runaway success, but it makes double its budget.
But-
So it at minimum is a straight zero.
Yeah.
But after this, she's in Southland Tales. Mm-hmm. But then she's just kind of not in anything. She pops up in Swinging with the Finkles.
What?
She's leading that, whatever that is. Anyone know Swinging with the Thing? It has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
She was in 47 Meters Down.
But then she does Tangled, where she plays Rapunzel. In 2012, she does Tangled Ever After, where she voices Rapunzel. 2018, Ralph Breaks the Internet, she voices Rapunzel. 2023, Once Upon a Studio, she voices Rapunzel. And then simultaneously, she's in the TV show Sophia the First, where she voices Rapunzel. In 2017, she's in Tangled Before Ever After, where she voices Rapunzel. Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure for 3 years, voices Rapunzel. Lego Disney Princess The Castle Quest, she voices Rapunzel. She's in 4 Disney Infinity games, where she voices Rapunzel.
I feel like at this point they're just pulling up things they've already recorded.
And there are a lot of actors who they get a role like that, and they're like, "Oh, I can kind of retire and just spend time with my family, and all I just need to do is do voiceover work."
Buy 2 summer homes, yeah.
And if that's what she wants, then genuinely great for her.
Yeah.
Get the bag and just enjoy your life.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate when you watch me because she's a very talented actress.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of just doesn't really get the opportunity to flex that again.
But is she good in this movie?
I do think she and Krasinski are not bad. I think the movie around them is bad. But I think the two of them are doing their best with the material.
Yeah.
It's the doing their best with the material argument.
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like she's playing the same character she played in Because I Said So, which came out the same year.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously they probably, filmed them at relatively the same spot.
Yeah.
But it feels pretty much like the exact same character.
These are very thinly sketched people.
Yeah.
And the movie's not good.
Yeah.
So I never really quite understand them. But I don't think either of them are doing anything egregious.
Yeah, I would agree with that. No one's offending me except for Robin.
Well, here's the thing about Robin. His performance is quite egregious in this movie, but it's actually kind of funny as a result of it sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's
Sometimes.
It's broaching what he's gonna excel with in Old Dogs.
I'll say this though. When his performance gets so egregious, it starts to become a little funny. It's in the most inopportune times of the movie. Mm-hmm. The times he needs to get egregious to make us laugh don't happen at the correct timings.
Yeah.
For me, it was I wasn't laughing at the parts I should be laughing at. I was laughing at the parts that were actually supposed to be kind of serious.
Yeah, and this is I don't know. It was a weird performance. It wasn't good.
When him and Mandy Moore, when he storms into the apartment, when he hears that they're about to have sex, he's I have to get in there and make sure they don't have sex. So then he goes into this weird sex therapy talk with Mandy Moore, and I'm sitting there what the fuck is going? And then what's weird is this is one of my biggest problems of this movie, and it's a symptom that happens in a lot of these early 2000s rom-coms is the male protagonist that's always the bad guy, even though he's just using common sense. Because the first opening premise of it being hey, we want to get married. Great. You have to go through this marriage boot camp, and if you fail, I get to call off your wedding.
Yeah, fuck off.
John Krasinski's fuck off, man. But then everyone's oh, John, or in this movie, his name is Ben. It's Ben, you're being ridiculous. We should do this to prove our love for each other. And I'm just no, he's right. Yeah. This is bullshit.
What's difficult about the movie is that they're both pretty irredeemable.
Yeah, it's very obviously, it feels I feel like that's the job of the movie. Yeah. It's making them seem like two kids that aren't necessarily ready to get married. Yeah. But at the same time, it's if you haven't had a fight before you're getting married,
don't
you're
get
a
married.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. Don't get
right?
married.
She should she is such a thinly sketched character.
Yeah.
That she just goes with this.
And he's also thinly sketched.
It's a disservice to her that she doesn't really have any independent thought in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's a disservice to him that his whole thing has to be, we're going to make him unlikable. Mm-hmm. It's hard when you movie, both the leads are unlikable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they sell the movie that Robin Williams is the bad guy. He's the antagonist, right?
Yeah.
But watching it, it feels very much like the bad guy is John Krasinski the whole time.
Yeah, it feels like Robin Williams in this movie, if you just go by the logic of these two as a couple, he's doing the right thing because these two should not get married.
Yeah.
Like, not in 3 weeks for sure. Like, maybe go for a long engagement, sure. But, like, at no point in the movie, and then I'm somehow supposed to forget all of the movie happened in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
That is
like,
always a classic in a movie where the most reprehensible shit occurs, and then the last 2 minutes, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I wrote my vows in the sand.
Oh my! Which cheesiest fucking little? If you watch the clip of her running up to him in the sand, you can see not a single fucking footprint.
Yeah.
Also, imagine writing a fucking paragraph in sand. No way it would ever look that fucking perfect.
Yeah, no,
It's
he would have his footprints would have fucked up the thing.
Because when he
Exactly.
has to write the H in the middle of the paragraph, he has to walk through the other letters to
Correct.
write the H.
Right?
How does he write the H and not mess up the other letters?
Also,
He has a
so
big stick.
perfectly each letter is so perfectly like straight. It's so perfectly like
It's that John Mulaney like birthday card bit where it's like big ass B, and then he like, oh shit, I'm running out of sand here to write. He just wipes it all down and has to start over.
He was there for 3 days.
yeah. He brought a really big ruler.
Yeah.
Protractor.
Yeah, but that's supposed to make it seem like that they're going to be fine, because even at the very beginning of the movie, I'm like, I think, golden rule in relationships, you're always asking, is this your future like spouse or is this a lesson?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm watching it, and like from the moment they meet in the cafe, I'm like, this is a lesson. It might be a long lesson. It might be some lessons are long lessons, folks. But like, again, it's either are they a lesson or are they a future spouse? It's one or the other.
Not to completely derail, but the fucking chokehold that Starbucks had on movie studios at that time frame, that every romantic comedy has a meet cute at Starbucks with the giant fucking logo right behind them.
Yeah.
This is the era of like Starbucks is becoming the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
Because you watch like You've Got Mail from the late 90s, a movie so good that you completely ignore that Tom Hanks gaslights, gatekeeps, and like destroys Meg Ryan's business in it.
Yeah.
A real power of the movies moment when you watch that and you're like so swept up by the end. You're like, oh, this is so romantic. And you're like, he's kind of playing the worst person to ever live. it's like when a fucking Hollywood sign lights up and the movies, baby.
Man.
Like Starbucks is in that, and when you see in that, you're like, oh, this is kind of like the beginnings of this. They're like, this is the trendy place to go is Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're watching License to Wed and they go to Starbucks, you're just kind of like, oh, Starbucks is just like, we're not the new trendy thing. We are the culture.
We are the zeitgeist.
I think about like there was a Stephen Colbert bit around this time where he described like getting out of a Starbucks and then walking across the street to the other Starbucks. He like showed a picture of him. There was just like a Starbucks across the street from the other Starbucks.
Yeah, my hometown had that.
Because they had to appeal to people heading north and south at the same time.
Yeah.
Eternal domination.
Now Starbucks is just like Starbucks is like kind of looped back to just being like, oh, a real place where you can go and meet people. That sounds like a nice time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Should we get into the plot? I feel like we've been bouncing in and out of the plot stuff, and I think we're ready to start just picking apart this movie.
I have structured this I will structure going through this plot based on the 4 quotes that I wrote down about this movie.
Very good.
I typed because I have my notes and like I try to not like definitely never look at I don't look at my phone during movies if I can. And for when we do Travolting, I like just only pull it up to type a note and then I'll put it back down. And I try not to do it too much. Unless I really have something I'm like, I want to say it. And for this, I just like struggled to find things that I wanted to talk about. Besides like the Apatow comedy thing, which I just typed at the beginning of my notes. Just like, if I find something that I genuinely laugh at, I'm gonna type it down. So I have 4 quotes that I genuinely laughed at in this movie. We're gonna get to them.
What a story,
You
Mark.
like that one? You like that one?
What I really love is like if you read the Wikipedia plot synopsis.
Is it overly detailed?
No. The first sentence starts 10 minutes in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, because the movie starts with Robin Williams' narration. Been like, hi, my name is Robin Williams. And my job is to make sure these people get married. Some people shouldn't get married, like these two. He doesn't say that, but he should be saying that. But he starts his narration. It's like when you meet at a coffee shop. And then we cut to Sadie Jones, who's Mandy Moore, and then Ben Murphy is John Krasinski. They meet at the cute coffee shop, and John Krasinski.
So they meet at the cute.
They meet at the cute coffee shop. All right, what's more romantic than the coffee shop?
Yeah.
John Krasinski, and then does like there's I don't know the railing thing, the bit.
Perfect example of really bad background acting.
Yeah, right.
I have a problem where I can only look at extras in a movie.
Yeah.
I wonder why. But
Right.
literally, if you watch it, the guy at the very end like goes and like what does the thing seconds before
Before it even hits him.
I'd say like 3, 4, 5 seconds, which obviously sounds very minuscule when I say it out loud, but it's just sorry.
Well, like you
Awful.
could tell it's like there's somebody off camera being like, and you got hit, and you got hit, and you got hit. And they're like, ow, ow, ow.
Exactly what happened.
My speech I always give to background is like, don't ever try to go for the Oscar on this one, people.
Yeah.
I love telling people less is more.
Less is
right.
more. And then they link guys.
Remember the salt shake, the sugar shaker guy?
Sherman, do you know the story?
I do not.
When we were working on the television program Chicago PD a few years ago, we had this one background guy, and it was like a diner scene. There's 2 characters in the booth, and then there's like other guys in the booth next to them, which you can see. And one of the guys was just like, I'm going for fucking broke. He would like really intently read the menu, and he put it down. He placed his order with the waitress.
Of course.
And then there's like about a minute left in the scene. So what's my guy gonna do? He's just gonna like sit down and look at his phone. No, I can't have the phone out. He's gonna just like pretend to talk to the person across from him. No, he's not doing that. He's not a conversationalist. He grabs the big ass sugar shaker, and like inspects it for like 45 seconds.
Like 2 feet up off the table.
Yeah.
In
of
view
course.
of
Yeah,
the
so
camera.
you can see what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really like getting into it.
The first AD
our first
cackling
starts-
during the
Yeah,
take.
of course.
And our second's like, I will go fix that. And he's like, no.
I want him here every day.
He's like, no, let it happen.
It's so funny. He put like a gallon of sugar in his coffee.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
great.
I
It was
love it.
awesome.
But that's just, I think about that a lot when I watch background in a movie.
It's always a good. You always have your key golden background stories to pull up.
Yeah.
But so they meet, they fall in love,
know what's
they
funny?
go on dates.
I have no memory of this in the movie. I don't remember the Starbucks scene at all.
It's like the first like 5 minutes.
The-
It's him
Well, 'cause he's-
describing their relationship.
Yeah. Robin is like saying like all the main milestones. It's like when you first say you love her, but she didn't quite hear you, so you cover yourself up. And then there's the first time you say I love you when the other person can clearly hear you.
That I remember.
And then there's and all these parts have bits like in them. It's like I love you. It's like what'd you say? Oh, I mean, what of you? What of you? What of you? Ha ha ha! So funny. And then when they're looking at when he drops her off at the apartment and he's like, I love you, and the old person walks out.
Yeah.
Very funny. And then we get to the proposal.
Yes, which happens at
Her parents' 30th
wedding
So
anniversary.
fucking
anniversary.
cringy.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
The
You know-
classic I don't like my daughter's boyfriend bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I do like though? That her parents are played by like guy 1 and guy 2.
Yeah.
But her grandmother is played by Grace Zabriskie, who is a longtime David Lynch collaborator.
Oh,
Yeah.
as soon as I saw one of her credits, I was
Yeah.
like, Damn it. Jeff's
She's Mrs. Palmer in Twin Peaks.
Yep.
She's an Inland Empire.
Yep.
She's just like one of the faces of David Lynch's filmography, and it's just very funny when you see her pop up in like a rom-com like this. You expect something deeply perverse and upsetting to happen as soon as she appears.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, oh, I'm the affable grandmother. I'm like, oh.
No. But so Mandy Moore's dad is giving a little speech and a toast. And then afterwards, John Krasinski bends the knee, proposes to Mandy Moore. Dad's like, "Are you really proposing to my daughter, my like 30th wedding anniversary?" And John Krasinski's like, which like pause.
Yeah, that's the type of shit word she does.
It's hard to see because of the glare.
Yeah.
Jeff is showing a portion of a scene in Twin Peaks.
Her just ripping her face off.
Grace Zabriskie takes her face off.
Yes. That's what I'm used to seeing her
Face.
do. Oh, like it takes face off.
Good movie, Face Off.
A fun one.
Yeah. Much more fun than this movie. And so he proposes. Zoinks! They're getting married. And then he wants to get married in...
He wants a distant wedding.
He wants a like a destination wedding, which is another movie we covered on this podcast starring Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves. That was also not a good movie.
Yeah.
But she wants to get married at her childhood church through her childhood pastor, played by Robin Williams. Reverend Frank Littleton is his name. And so they go to his office and they're like, "We like to get married." And they're like, "Okay, well, you have two options. You either can get married 2 years from now or in 3 weeks." And they're like, "Oh my God, well, I don't want to wait 2 years. All right, fine. We'll get married in 3 weeks." And they're like, "Great. One little teensy tiny little thing you should know. In order to get married here, you have to go through my marriage boot camp course."
Well, an important thing I do is the way they find Robin is he's teaching like a like Sunday school class.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This is important because this is one of my 4 lines.
This is the commandment bit.
Yeah, he's doing the 10 Commandments, and he's
As Family Feud.
Yes.
Yeah, as Family Feud, which is funny.
He was like, the last kid is like, "And what's the last commandment?" Which we all know is "Thou shalt not kill." And the kid doesn't quite know. It's like, give it a stab.
Yeah.
Really just go for the jugular on this one. You're gonna kill this one. I know it. I know. He just keeps going on like bits.
So I'd like to introduce the first of the 4 lines that made me laugh hard in this movie.
Okay.
Which is he is doing "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife."
Yeah.
And Robin describes that as it's like going out for milk when you have perfectly good jugs at home, which is definitely a Robin improv and is funny. And I did.
I was going to say, I feel like there's 4 or 5 like sexual jokes in this scene with the only scene with children, right?
Yeah.
Well, the only scene with real children.
You love to watch a movie about a priest hanging out with kids, making sexual jokes.
It's
a commentary on the time.
What year did this movie come out?
This is like when Spotlight comes out. Actually, one of the churches that is mentioned at the end of Spotlight, when all the church names come up, is
there's
the church
Frank
St.
Littleton.
Augustine.
Reverend Frank Littleton.
Reverend Frank Littleton is currently serving 15 years in prison.
He spends all of his time with a
choir boy.
Yeah.
He would like to think he's spending years in prison, but instead he's actually serving as one of the cardinals in Rome because the Catholic Church covered up all the crimes. Anyway.
I do like that he's got a little minion in this movie.
He does have a little minion.
Oh, that kid was there literally just so he could scream that Christ compels you.
Yes.
That's the whole reason why that kid exists in this
And you
movie.
know what? Funny line.
It was.
It's not one of my 4, but...
Yeah. So then he tells him about the course.
Yeah.
Says you have to take this marriage course, and if you don't, I have every right to call off your wedding. And John Krasinski, like every
Let's just get
normal
married to someone
human
else.
being should, be like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
That's so stupid. But Mandy Moore is like, "Well, I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice and cute?"
I feel like that's the only piece of direction she got.
Yeah.
In the movie is
You
want
want to do this.
Go along with whatever he says.
Yeah.
Is the one character note.
Yeah. And then he says, no sex until the wedding. Which, I have a question. If they booked the 2-year slot, would the rule still apply? Or is it applying because it's coming up? Like, what's the cutoff?
They would still have to do the course, I think.
Yeah, I
in
feel
2
like
years, but-
I feel like the
So maybe the course, you can't have sex during
yeah,
the course.
that was my understanding of it.
Okay.
And of course, like every early 2000s movie, he has to be so like,
oh my God.
3 weeks without
Sex?
How fucking dare you suggest such a thing?
Ugh.
A man has needs.
Having a lot of fun with the box today.
You are having fun with the box.
Yeah, he throws up a big fuss about it, which I mean, like, besides the sex thing, it's like, yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah.
But whatever. We don't have a movie if we don't do this.
Yeah.
He never says the titular line, at least I didn't clock it, where he says, and by passing this course, I will grant you a license to wed. Like,
Yeah, they never say the
they
words
never
license
say
to
that, which
Good.
is like, that's low-hanging fruit.
I'm glad they did it. Yeah, it would have been awful.
No, like, this movie needed more cheese and more
That's
camp.
fair.
And like, that was right there, right? Ken Quapis. Quapis!
We love Quapis, don't we?
But we don't because he didn't say the
He
line.
didn't say the line, didn't put the line in. Very
put the
sad,
line in
very
the-
sad, folks. Folks! Quapis says he's going to open the Strait of Hormuz. Quapis is going in.
The failing New York Times said, but Quapis put the line
It's
in.
just fun to say Quapis.
It is fun.
We're going to get an email from him, and he's like, it's actually pronounced Quapi.
Quapey.
Oh my God.
Quapi.
Stop. No, enough. That was too far. You went too far.
Oh.
No, you're taking it too far still.
Not at me!
I just want to put this is probably 4 times the amount that I laughed watching.
Yeah, well, this is
movie.
it's one of the
laughing.
many movies that's funnier to talk about than it is to watch.
Yeah.
We're at an hour and 6. Good. I want to exceed the length of this movie. Good.
I didn't even clock that the tagline on the poster is first comes love, then come Reverend Frank.
No, I remember the ad campaign for this movie, and the whole thing is them selling it's like, look at Robin Williams being this wacky, zany reverend. Look at what he makes them do.
It is like the whole like pull of the movie is like Robin Williams wears a collar and makes jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And he also wore like cargo pants and drove an RV and made jokes.
Yeah.
Like, but so the next scene I think is like when they actually go into their first course, the first challenge, which I don't even remember. What are the challenges? They agree to pass his prenuptial course, shortened to the weekday, 3 months to 3 weeks as the big day draws near. Blah, 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 blah. Test confirm that there's no.
I think the first one is they go to church, and then he talks to Ben solo.
Yes, they have to go to church and they're late. Solo. I thought this
You
was a
said
good
Ben
bit.
Solo.
I did.
I thought this was a good
The
bit.
hunt for Ben Solo.
Because like they're like, oh, we're late for church. We'll sneak in through the back, and it's every like Christian Catholic's worst fears when you're late for church, and the pastor makes a big fuss about it. And they walk in, and Robin Williams does not waste a beat. He's like, oh, look who decided to show in a packed congregation, and then he turns around. Cues the choir, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late, and like makes a whole thing about it. I thought that was kind of funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's number 2.
Here we go.
Funny lines in this movie. that made
Here
me
we
laugh.
go. Here we go.
Is Robin's like, I'll let you off this time, but next time you're late, I'm telling the big guy. And I'm not talking about Larry Carmichael over there on drums. And he points, and there's just a very large man sitting on a drum. And he goes,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I don't know why. Just I'm not going about big Larry Carmichael over there on drums. It was just a very funny delivery from Robin. I like calling guys big, like it's Big Larry over there, Big Mike. Always works. 2 of 4 funny lines in this movie.
And then yes, he has his one-on-one with Ben and Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Yeah. I don't remember what he says
Same.
in this one-on-one.
I
Nothing
watched this
important?
yesterday, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
I watched this less than 12 hours ago, and I don't remember.
I don't remember what he says to him.
Yeah.
Must not have been that important. Oh, but no, the reason why he talks to him privately is because he sends the minion, I only know him as Minion, to go bug the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. He bugs their apartment.
Creepy. Just to listen in case that, they fuck.
Look, yeah. So he bugs the apartment. Then we have another night at the apartment scene. John Krasinski's like, Mandy Moore, what if we move la? And then cut to in the van.
It's like the fucking conversation.
But, by the way, different van for this first scene than the later scenes.
Well, they have
They
a
get a new
multitude of
van?
St. Augustine vans.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, this one, all gray. Surveillance fan. Like the most surveillance fan of surveillance fans, right?
I like to think that when they hand out the offering basket at each Sunday mass,
Yeah.
that he takes all that money and buys like more spyware equipment with it.
Yeah.
Like that's where he gets all his bugs and that's where he gets like his gadgets and stuff. Doesn't give any of it to charity. No.
Toys.
Toys.
And Altar Boys.
Yeah. Jeff is listening to you
I
want
got a video of my cat, and I just wanted to see if there's any noise to it. There's not.
Good. And
Look!
I
I was going to I had to look. All right?
I understand. You got to look at your cat.
Yeah.
When you get a cat video, you got to look at it.
You do.
Yeah.
Big Larry Carmichael over there on drums. Thank you.
You're welcome. So then, Robin Williams is listening in, and Mandy Moore's like, "No, I don't want to have sex. I want to keep code to the program." And John Krasinski pouts. He's like, "Fine." Blue balls. And Robin Williams is like,
speediest way to the Naboo is going through the planet core.
"Be gone with it."
Okay, Boss Nass movie. Let's pitch it.
Big Boss Nass.
Big Boss Nass. We love Big Boss Nass, don't we, folks? Wow, we love Boss Nass.
All right, good.
The Gungan Army.
A civilization will be wiped. I shouldn't even joke about that one.
Wipe them out, all of them. The Gungan Army. Let me tell you.
We're gonna open up the Strait of Naboo.
I did see just someone like posted a picture of George Lucas looking kind of judgmental and it said, sure is curious how everything's all about trade routes nowadays, huh? So everyone's all concerned with the blockade of a trade route now.
Interesting.
Yeah, Iran is sending two hooded diplomats.
Yeah, they're sending to
the White House.
two diplomats, the ambassadors for the Supreme.
Yeah.
I think it's at this point Ben starts to obviously get suspicious of Frank and conducts
Understandably.
his own investigation about
Well,
it.
he's hanging out with his buddy.
We forgot to mention that the whole like premise of this course is that anybody who's passed this course has never gotten a divorce.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that's part of why Mandy Moore is so like
Let's do
dedicated
it.
to it.
I've known you for 6 months. Let's get married.
Good Lord. I don't even remember what the other courses are, but then I think we missed the power of Christ compels you because that one-on-one talk, I think, is when they're throwing baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then
Robin is
gets
like
hit in
chucking the
face.
ball at him.
Yeah.
And then to the point where like he smacks John Krasinski in the nose. Like, the power of Christ compels you to heal. And it's like, nope, still bleeding. Funny joke. Is it amazing I gave this 1.5 stars? I might just downvote it.
No, it's a 1.5. It's got some funny lines. But that the next funny line. Because
Are we at number 3?
We're at number 3. They do some like there's like a restaurant sequence where there's like a bunch of other couples who are enrolled in the course as well.
yeah.
This is where we get the whole Office cast here.
Yeah, the Office cast.
Yeah.
I'm basically uninterested in any of these guys except for Brian Baumgartner.
Yeah. Just playing Kevin.
Kevin from The Office.
Yeah.
One of the greats to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's Chili is, of course, a one of the greater sequences committed
It's
to the
that,
cinema.
and then it's him sitting on Steve Carell's lap as Santa.
Yeah.
If you showed
Those two bits.
if you show the Kevin's Chili sequence to like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin, they would weep.
Yeah.
For they were never able to accomplish something as technically
yeah.
technically precise. Audience, audiences, the Cole, friend of the show, Cole Riley, is going to literally hire a drone to strike my house after I say this. Like the legend of the people jumping when the train's coming at the screen in like the first film.
Right.
Did not an actual thing that happened, but is funny to consider. I just like envision showing like original audiences Kevin's Chili, and they're like jumping back as the chili's flowing at the screen.
Oh God!
One guy sitting there with his mouth open.
Yeah, just, I ain't had a job in 10 years.
Finally, some beans.
all I had are beans in the coal mine.
Where the fuck are we going with this?
you
You just wanted to talk about Brian Baumgartner's chili bit.
I didn't
in
want
the
to talk about
office?
chili.
Okay.
You seen the great SNL skit of Will Ferrell as the old prospector in the Iraq War invasion?
No.
It's a cut for time SNL skit. It's like one of the dress rehearsals, and it's just like a room of Marines or soldiers played by like the whole SNL cast. Chris Kattan is like the main, the sergeant, the general, who's like, all right, so here's what's happening. This is an unconventional war. We are going into Iraq. We're going to take Baghdad. Every platoon will be deployed with an old prospector. And there's just Will Ferrell in like the full prospector getup just sitting there. And he's just like, all right, peaches, we going in. It makes no sense. The whole cast is like struggling to breathe the skin because Will Ferrell's just like, when I make the sound of a chipmunk, we all got to get down. If you get a chance to watch it tonight, listener at home.
Thank you, Jeff.
Anyway, the third line to make me laugh. So Kevin from The Office is like talking about his
Potato skins.
That's where we're getting to. We're talking.
Sorry.
We're getting to it.
I put the cart before the horse on
You
that
did put
one.
the cart before the horse. But the whole scene occurs, and they all go around and talk about. I forget. Somehow, someone falls.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski falls, and he like smashes the table, and all of the food goes on the floor.
Yeah.
Potato skins.
And then it goes to Brian Bar, who like has a look of like
Sheer terror.
like he's seeing like the ground cave in beneath him. And he's like, potato skins down! And he just leaps to the floor. It's just, I like potato skins down. And he's like, 5-second rule, guys! And he's just like shoving potato skins in to beat the 5-second rule.
I love that. He really is just playing the office
just
role.
playing the same
He's
guy.
just playing Kevin.
Yeah.
You guys aware of that sequel show to The Office that's on Peacock right now?
Oh, the paper.
The Paper?
Yeah.
Which has one recurring cast member from The Office.
Right.
in it.
It's the guy that plays Oscar.
Yeah. For some reason, he works at this newspaper company now. Otherwise, it's basically unrelated.
It's how the documentary crew found the. I don't know.
I like that. I like that idea. It's like a very loose
Sequel. Yeah.
And the exercise is like pretend you're having an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And this is where Mandy Moore gives like the most dumbest line where it's like, well, we've never had an argument.
Oh my! Shut the fuck up.
And every married couple in the room is like, oh, God. And so then they pretend they have an argument, but they're like stranded on the side of the road and they argue
Yeah.
and they fight. And they learn a lot.
I don't know, maybe this is just me as a person. We had our first fight quick.
Well, before
Right.
you got married.
Well before, years before we
Yeah.
got married, right? You're married, you're about to be, right? Like are you fucking kidding me? You'd propose before having an argument?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me as a human and I argue too much, but
No, like it's part of it. Learning how you can cope with an argument is like a vital part of a relationship.
correct.
And how you move on and grow from it.
Correct.
And this man's like, what if you just don't fight? What if you just don't?
Yeah, that's probably the more like toxic way to think about
Yeah.
it. It's like the couples that are like, "Are we fighting right now? We don't fight." You're like, "No. Fighting is good."
Yeah.
I don't know why I went into the Consuelo family guy. But it's like, no, fighting good, fighting good. But yeah, no.
Yes. Fight we must. I don't know why Yoda just came out there. He just did.
Because I think you were talking about Naboo and Boss Nass. and
no,
now you're in a Star Wars pill
Just thinking about it. We got to get to my fourth line.
already.
No, it's still a ways away, but we got to get to it.
Yeah. So they fight, and that's it. That's
Yeah.
the bit. And
They're reconsidering their relationship a little bit.
a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Which, like, one fight that makes you reconsider the relationship. I don't have the red alert bit, so I'm just gonna do the.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I think the next major beat is he goes to get the ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had asked them to write "never to part" in the ring,
And
Bob Balaban coming in for one
Fucking
scene to throw
amazing.
heat.
Best part of the movie.
it's
Bob
just like-
Balaban.
Always. He just gives him the ring. He's like, "Yes, here we put the engraving on for you." It says "never to fart." Major issue with the scene. We never see the engraving.
No,
We just have to trust them.
we have to trust them.
Like the punchline to this whole scene should be: we look at it and you actually can't tell if it's an F or a P.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Right?
he thinks it's an F, and they're like, well, I don't know. It kind of looks like a P.
No, they all say
The
it's an
opposite.
F.
Yeah.
They say
And
it's
he's
an
like, "This is a P I wrote down."
Oh, they're looking at his
handwriting,
writing
yes.
that he
His
turned
handwriting.
into
But we
them.
we don't
not
get to see the
engraving on
ring,
the ring.
or his handwriting.
Guys,
for it.
We do
I had
see
no
him
idea.
do the quick erase.
Yeah, we see him erase, separate,
Yeah.
and turn it into part.
Yeah. Because he
But
couldn't remember how to spell separate.
yeah,
What's my guess?
dumb,
There's that hidden A. You
dumb
never-
motherfucker.
Because he's an idiot. And so now he has to make a rush order in to fix the
He pays
engraving.
$250 to get them to fix the engraving, and then at the end of the movie, we learned they didn't fix the engraving. It still says fart.
Yeah.
What if she puts it on and it bestows it's like a D&D ring and bestows magic powers, and she actually never farts again? Just an idea. Just an idea.
Anyway, it does make the one cute moment of the movie. When at the very let's skip to the end, it's like when he has the ring. It's like, oh, they never fixed it. That still says never to fart. And she's like, no, that is perfect.
Yeah.
It's the one like cute thing that they ever do as a couple in this goddamn movie.
Yeah. Well, Mandy Moore doesn't poop. So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Girls in general just don't poop.
Girls don't poop.
I learned this.
Recently,
Yeah, I just learned this.
Yeah.
I read this on foxnews.com.
OAN.
Yeah.
I think they're the ones.
I
that
read
told
this on One American Network. Krasinski decides he's going to investigate Father Frank.
Yes, and this is where he finds out that Father Frank is divorced.
Yes, he breaks into his house, is attacked by a dog in priest robes.
Robin
Yeah.
Williams is singing in the shower.
Robin's singing in the shower.
Ain't that funny?
Ain't that funny?
Isn't it funny when Robin Williams is singing in the shower, guys? Isn't it so funny?
He's very hairy. Chewbacca looking guy.
Trust me, Robin, people are going to laugh at this scene. Really? I'm just singing in the showers. Should I make any jokes or bits? And like, just sing in the shower. It's going to be so funny, Robin.
But he was married to a woman named Maria Gonzalez and then divorced her.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I can use this to like really get him.
Discredit him.
Discredit him because he's
What?
been divorced.
Even with that fucking logic, right? He had a divorce when he was younger, and now he's trying to keep people from doing it. What's your fucking sell here?
Yeah.
bud.
Because he thinks like, it's like, oh, well, he's marketing this to be like his program makes sure means that you will not get a divorce. But he's been divorced himself.
Got his ass.
Got his ass.
But
Then Robin gets his ass.
Yeah.
But before we get to the scene where he reveals that there is the driving scene,
Terrifying.
which has my fourth line in it, which is Mandy Moore has to drive a car blindfolded. Krasinski has to direct her. Robin has like the driver's ed like steering wheel and brakes that he can emergency take over.
I never had that in driver's ed.
we just had the brakes.
I
just had the
Fucking-
brakes.
Yeah.
I've seen the brakes. I've never seen the wheel. Before.
Because I don't think that exists.
I agree. I
It
don't
wouldn't
think
really
it
make
exists.
much sense.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think mechanically you can do
Yeah.
that.
But Robin has it set up somehow. He's magic.
Power God.
And
Well, you saw there's photos of him with George Bush.
Oh my God, I didn't even talk about that.
The one funny bit.
I already
the
took
one funny
pictures of
bit.
the screen
Yeah.
of him with like
Yeah.
the Clintons,
Bill Clinton.
and with he's holding the turkey as Bush pardons it,
Yeah.
and then he's playing seemingly cello with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Not the saxophone.
Not the saxophone.
Jeff. Not the saxophone.
No, look at the.
No. You totally fumbled the layup I was giving you.
Okay, so back in 1996, me and Hillary, I was playing the saxophone on the tour as running for president for my second term in office, and unfortunately, some problems came down, and well, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It is a very good Clinton
Thank you.
impersonation.
It's better than the Trump.
I give Jeff a lot of shit for a lot of his impressions, but his Bill Clinton's
Bill
actually
Clinton's
pretty
all
good. His Bill Clinton's good.
Yeah.
There are
You do a good Jason Statham too.
I gotta lock in if I'm doing the Statham.
Yeah. You gotta warm up.
Statham requires some warm up.
You gotta Statham. You gotta have like some warm up. Yep.
All right.
That's right.
So here's the thing I got to ask you. Are we going up or are we going down?
It's pretty good.
Because I don't
It is
fucking
pretty
know
good.
what we're doing.
You got to get the Australian a little bit in there,
He's not Australian.
but it
British.
sounds like he talks like, because when you combine the British and the gravel, it comes off as slightly Australian.
It's similar to the,
Well,
the Batman.
England's prison island.
Yes.
The England prison.
England's prison island.
It's true. It's what it was.
What it is.
Yeah.
It's similar to my philosophy with the Batman voice that I told you about on our Homefront episode. Was it Homefront? Was that the movie
Probably.
called?
That was the Statham
That was
episode.
that was what the movie was called.
Yeah.
My philosophy with the Christian Bale Batman is everyone does it wrong because they just start doing like,
Hey, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
like you have to do a Christian Bale voice first and then add gravel to it.
Yeah.
Because he's talking like this when he's Cockney, and then, all right, I let that psychopath blow him halfway to hell. And then you just start adding the gravel. And I'm Batman.
Like that's kind of how you like.
Yeah.
It requires like you gotta do the full arc.
You gotta do the Russian nesting dolls.
Of the layers.
layers.
Because otherwise you're just like,
I let that psychopath blow him halfway to hell.
and it's like not the same.
The word for the nesting dolls is one of my like top 5 words in Russian. It's very fun to say.
Let me hear it.
Matroshka.
Mithroshka.
Yeah.
Mithroshka. I'm gonna start using that on the show now. Anytime I do the Russian nesting doll, I say Mithroshka.
Matroshka.
Matroska.
Getting a bit Matroshka here.
So
Russian.
Yeah.
About to throw this show in the trash.
Okay, so the fourth line that made me laugh in this movie is when they're going real crazy and Mandy Moore's like almost getting them in accents and Krasinski's not helping and the relationship's really falling apart. At one point, they just drive around a corner and Robin just goes, "Hey, there's Bert Fleeger looking good, Hollywood." And just look, you just cut out the window. This guy going, "Hey," and it was so funny. It is such a funny thing. There's no reason for that to be there,
Not at
and
all.
that's why it's so funny because just Robin's like sees a guy he knows, like it's Bert Fleeger looking good, and then he uses the full name of the guy.
Yeah.
Like, who's been? Hey, it's Tony, but being Bert Fleeger looking good, Hollywood. It's just so funny. Like it's water in the desert, but like it's funny.
It's just like the cutaway to him like
Yeah,
waving back.
it's very good.
It's like it could be one thing if he just like pointed off screen and like we never cut
No.
to who he's waving to.
It's that Robin probably improv'd that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we need to get a cutaway shot of a guy waving on a corner.
So they went to the
100%.
background PA and picked like the funniest looking background who could look
But
like
it's just
Burt
the
Fleeger.
effort to do that paid off.
Yeah.
It's what the rest of this movie is kind of lacking is that little,
Yeah.
that oomph, that zhuzh.
Yeah, it's the one funny line in that
Yeah.
scene, right? Like the one funny line that stuck.
Because otherwise you're just like, oh,
Faster, slower, turn right, turn left.
left, right. And then she pulls out the swords and hits the Oliphant with the...
Yeah.
You were going to Lord of the Rings.
Good Lord, you like that?
The left, right when
Yeah,
she's
she's using the sword against the Mumakil.
yeah.
You like that?
Mm.
Took Stuart a fucking second to get that one.
Mitroshka. So Where are we now?
I have no more notes. We've done the 4 lines I left.
What's called after the driving scene is when the next one is, I guess, the day before the wedding. They go into the church. This is what I watched this morning. Yeah.
Yes. And he doesn't have his vows.
My next line is about how Hugh Jackman plays a penguin. Well, that's the next note I have.
Weird, because that sounds like in reference to a movie we covered 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, some inside baseball for the listener at home. Recording these out of order.
Hold on.
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
So, yeah, he doesn't have his vows. Spaghetti-o. But, like, you're getting married tomorrow, brother.
Yeah, I
You
wrote
just
mine.
gonna fucking wing it?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think I wrote mine probably the day before or 2 days before.
I wrote mine a decent bit before.
Yeah. Well, I was working on mine for a while before I actually wrote them down. I mean, half of mine I did in Russian too, and that part I was working on for like months leading up to the wedding. So,
Mine are already written.
Good.
That's no.
I was about to say, good really.
I was like,
it's very out of character.
I was gonna say, anybody who knows me knows that would be a goddamn lie.
Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense, right? If it's vows are supposed to be this really big, emotional, like thought out, talk about how you're feeling, and especially I don't know, as men, especially in that time too, growing up, you're taught about don't fucking talk about how you feel. No matter what.
Don't use emotions.
Right. So I get the pull that, maybe it takes him a while. Maybe it's hard for him to write. And maybe blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, giving him shit for it isn't necessarily the right answer. In my mind.
I mean, like, anybody would naturally be a little disappointed if it's like your wedding rehearsal. It's like you don't have your vows.
I get it.
It's like, that would be like, oh, that's unique.
Yeah.
That, you don't have them written yet, but okay. And John Krasinski's like, I'll have them ready by tomorrow.
Yeah, instead of communicating, it's like I'm trying to come up with the right words, or I'm like being, I don't know,
just being emotionally honest.
Yes, talking to his wife in a fucking real way, right?
That'd be a much better way to say it's like, I don't have them written yet because it's hard to write how I feel.
They need a reason to make her, want to break up with him. Yeah.
Right. And his like, douchebag throwaway, oh, I'm ready by tomorrow. Hey, babe. I'll be ready by tomorrow, babe. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm auditioning for Captain America tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
I got America work I got to do.
Yeah. Is that why you're so buff all of a sudden and dyeing your hair? We had the blonde hair dye in the bathroom.
Babe. But he exposes Robin.
Yes. I think that same scene is when he exposes Robin. Did we skip
it's gonna
over?
Fix all of his problems.
Yeah. The reveal is that Robin got divorced. He's like, let me tell the story of Maria Gonzalez.
Right. Did we skip over when they are about to have sex and Robin barges in on them?
We did.
We don't got to talk about
it. It's an awkward scene.
It's the most awkward scene. Mandy Moore and Robin Williams starts
we
having
did loosely
sex
talk
talk
about it.
Yeah, we talked about it a little while ago, but that was really weird.
And there's also the baby thing, but
oh my god, the baby!
We don't need to talk about the baby thing.
That movie was made for those babies.
Yeah,
the babies were made first, and they're like, "What can we fucking put these in?"
We spent $20,000 on each model.
Someone did work hard on those baby models because they have a very funny face.
As a father, they're the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a reborn doll?
No.
Oh my! Do yourself a favor. Give yourself a nightmare in the future.
What is? How do you spell it?
Reborn doll. It's art like.
Oh my god!
Fucking terrifying. Few things scare me more than these things. And people, yes, and like there's a woman on TikTok that does her life with reborn dolls and like does little creepy voices for that.
Sherman,
terrifying.
Why the fuck would you? Oh my god!
Yeah, you're welcome. One of the few things have scared me more than these things. And that's all I could think about in this scene.
Haunting your nightmares.
Yeah.
Fucking scary ass shit. Oh my god, that's horrendous. Did anybody like in high school have like the flour sack thing? Well, it wasn't like My high school was very like conservative. It didn't have like a sex ed class, but it did have like a parenting class because teenage pregnancy was a huge thing in my high school. So like we actually, there was like a class of like, you know, teenage parenting class or whatever. And like every once in a while, it always happened like halfway through the semester, you'd see all these like teenage girls holding these like robot babies. That was a big, did anybody else have that in their high school?
No.
Just mine. Huntington County. Oh man.
I would kill the baby with a hammer, I'll tell you that much.
You know, teenage pregnancy is becoming such a problem in your school when like they just teach like 16-year-olds how to be moms rather than preach like protection and condoms and all that stuff and safe sex.
There's that tweet where it's like
could never happen in my old high school.
Me and my friends would have killed ET with hammers. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
one of the great tweets. And it's just like it's funnier the more you think about it. But like, I think about the babies in the story. It's like if I had been handed that,
I would have immediately been like, "Get the fuck!" I would have thrown that thing out on the way out of the room. I would have been like, "Never in my life am I bringing this."
Is that like a toothpaste dispenser that's used to shit? Like
obviously. It smells bad. Apparently.
My God.
But the baby thing is terrifying. Robin is exposed.
Let's get back to that.
And he's like, yes, so let me confess to everybody. I knew this woman, Maria Gonzalez. She was from Guatemala. She had come to the U.S. to support her family, and she was going to be deported because she needed a green card. And so I married her so that she could get immigration paperwork and become a legal resident. Once she achieved residency, we divorced amicably. She still writes to me. I have all her family's photos in my wallet. And it turns out he just like did a good thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's crying in the pews.
Yeah, they're all like, oh my God, what a good guy you are. And John Cusack is like, wow, I'm done. And this is why Mandy Moore's like, our wedding is over.
Yeah.
Cooked. Deep fried.
And that's how the movie should have ended.
So the movie ends.
But it doesn't. Because how do they end up in Jamaica?
That was their
Jamaica.
That was their
honeymoon
destination. Sandals. They were there at the same time as Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, she goes to Jamaica by herself.
Once again watch this before coming over.
Keep going.
Yeah, I will. He suggests once they break up to try He suggests once they break up to
I'm done.
People just crash their cars while listening to that.
Yeah. No,
please continue.
He tells her it's like, okay, you know, in order to be happy again, go do your, you know, what's it called? Go
on your honeymoon.
Go on your honeymoon. Bring your families and family and friends with you. Go live out your honeymoon. Which, another thing that kind of shows, what do these fucking people do?
Yeah.
Because, right, they never, they show her job. He apparently coaches a basketball team for kids and can afford to stay where they, whatever.
This movie seems to be softly set in Chicago.
Yeah.
Right?
It's supposed to be Chicago.
Softly set. They showed the Wills Tower.
Yeah, but then where's St. Augustine, Jeff?
Don't ever call.
Did you notice I started saying the Silas Tower?
Yeah.
And then I just had to pivot into one of them. So I said the Willis.
For shame. It's
for
Sears
shame
Tower.
if you can feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we get the finale.
Yeah.
He shows up, writes his vows in the sand, as we previously said, would not work logically.
Not even
impossible.
Right. But it's just such a romantic gesture that she runs out, embraces him, they kiss, and Robin Williams is there. Why is Robin Williams there?
That was the plan all along.
I think the plan was he wanted to break them up so he could sleep with Mandy Moore.
I mean, I feel like they made it. insinuations towards that in
Right.
the beginning of the
course.
movie, but then dropped it.
We're
at the
supposed to
end.
see that conspiracy through John Krasinski's eyes and therefore think it's a joke.
Yeah.
But then you realize John Krasinski was right all along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he was there to like comfort Mandy Moore when she was sad.
No,
And then
was
showed,
moving in.
And then he showed up and found them embraced. And he was like, fuck. Oh, you guys are back together. Oh, that's so great. Like, and then he marries him.
yeah, and conveniently, all of their family is there. His best man shows up.
His best
somehow.
man being in Jamaica is the crazy part.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
There's a full choir. I don't know how that's accomplished, but
Well, yeah.
Well, it seems like this was like somehow Robin's mastermind plan,
Yeah.
right?
Was to get them to get to the point where someone's breaking them up, and for him to finally be like, fuck you, fuck what you think. I love this woman, and I'm gonna be with her no matter what. Which I get, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
nice.
You're pushing him to finally get to
it's
that
a
spot.
nice ending to a movie that like basically doesn't do anything to earn it or build to it.
Maybe this will be controversial, but like enough of the fucking rom-coms that are always like, we have to end with them breaking up, and that's the catalyst for them realizing why they're perfect for each other. I'm so sick of it.
It's such
It's so overdone.
The thing is, when it works, it works.
The only time I really think it works is like, I'm trying to think of like, probably my favorite rom-com I've seen lately was like The Big Sick.
Big Six good.
Big Six, amazing.
Big Sick's good. And that one ends with them like breaking up and then coming back together. But it's not, they don't come back together at the end because through the breakup, they realize they miss each other.
Yeah.
They just realize, oh yeah, like this, maybe we broke up already.
You know, it's based off of his real.
Based off his real thing, yeah. Great story. But like, it's so overdone in so many rom-coms of like, we're done. Dramatic, takes the ring off, throws it in the lake, and then walks the other direction, fade to black, cut to chasing cars by snow patrol, looking out a window while it's raining, sad, and then he runs through the rain and marries
What's the best
her at a gas-
rom-com ever?
What's the best rom-com ever?
I don't know.
When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's When Harry Met Sally.
Well, that's the point, right? It's the low hanging fruit. What's the stakes of a rom com? Not ending up together, right? Like, it feels very small potatoes.
La La
setting
Land
up.
did it.
Yeah.
La La Land is a different thing.
Is it not a rom-com?
La La
a
Land
musical.
is like too much of like it's just a classic Hollywood musical that is also a romance.
It's about
Okay.
It's like funny at times, but I wouldn't call it a rom com.
yeah.
Did you guys know? I would not, definitely not a rom-com, rom-dram, but Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind that had an alternative ending where
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they like we
Too depressing. That's the ending I want.
cut years later and they are back at the memory office
Yeah.
to like
Yeah,
once
it's-
again, and it's this is the thing of like that they've actually done this. They've gotten back together after having their memories erased. And then, I mean, do you not know about this?
No, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, and then so it's like the ending implies like, oh, they've done this like multiple times, and they're in this
Or in an
toxic
endless
cycle.
cycle.
Endless cycle.
Yeah.
Very depressing.
Well, when you get rid of the memories, you never fucking learn from the mistakes.
Yep, exactly. That's the whole like prognosis of the movie is, again, are they your future spouse or are they a lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the end of License to Wed.
Yeah, they get married.
They get married.
Yeah.
Going to the chapel to get married.
But the movie comes out
And shockingly makes money.
July 3rd of 2007. Good time to be me.
It's an Independence Day movie.
Cost $35 million. Makes 70, which is not like, whoa! But it is like, makes at least break even.
Yeah. They hit their goal.
It could lose, it could have lost like a little bit, or it could have earned a little bit, but it's basically a break even number. Which is, not disaster, but it's also not like anything to write home about.
Yeah.
By any of these studios.
Gets atrocious reviews.
I guess atrocious.
Well,
I will say
obviously.
the poster for this movie is so 2007. Like, I feel like every comedy poster looks like this.
Dude, if you look at Letterboxd and look at related movies and it shows all the posters, they're all like the leads, white background, big red text.
Yeah. The Nancy Myers posters had some real like class to them.
Had some character.
Yeah.
They would just be, there's the Alec Baldwin and Meryl Streep laying in bed. I'm thinking about other posters of people just laying in bed.
The breakup.
Have you ever seen, I'm trying to pull it up, the movie Struck by Lightning poster?
So
Don't look it up because I want to show it to you guys. Oh, Hit by Lightning, that's it. This poster is baffling because it's so photoshopped. One of the guys looks like he's taking a shit, like in the poster. My God, load! God damn it.
Thanks, Obama.
Here we go. There we go. All right. Look at this.
What the fuck?
I'm showing them the poster to listener. I'm showing them the poster for the movie Hit by Lightning.
Why does
John
his
Cryer.
face look like that?
Because he's photoshopped onto someone else's body
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
who has a slightly different skin tone than him.
Yeah.
My favorite is like over here, Will Sasso looks like he has just taken a fat dump in the bed.
Yeah.
Fully clothed. He's just like, oh.
In the middle of his De Niro impersonation.
Those De Niro just like,
Okay, all right.
it's the funniest laying in bed poster that has ever been done. But yeah, the movie comes out, makes a little, doesn't make much, gets nasty reviews, and it's just another like flop for Robin.
Yeah. That's
Aside from his family movies like Happy Feet and Night at the Museum, he's just not connecting anymore.
Yeah, I feel like he really only hit with kids.
Yeah. And
at that point.
And he's like kind of retreating to just doing kid stuff now. We talked about in the Happy Feet episode, like how this is the time he's like at the Kids' Choice Awards a lot, and he is getting the Disney Legend Award. He just pops up in SpongeBob in a few years. Like, not that he wasn't always doing kid stuff, but it's kind of just where he leans into now.
Yeah. Well, he was marketed super.
He's doing what Jack
generation.
Black is doing now.
Yeah.
Where Jack Black is like, I think I'm done being a real actor, leading man, comedian. I will just do Bowser and Jumanji
an Anaconda
and Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah. And it's working for him though.
No, it is.
That's the thing.
He's
Is like
very
it's
popular among kids.
It's working for him.
Yeah.
Defining whatever you think working quote unquote means.
He
But I
is
think
making
for
a
him,
lot of money, and kids like him,
and I
hand
think
over
he's
fist.
happy.
and he seems happy.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be working if he was doing all those previous things we talked about, like making a lot of money, making a lot of kids happy, but he didn't want to do that. Like if he actually had further aspirations.
It's like Jack
Black doesn't.
Jack Black's career. He was doing like stuff like Richard Linklater's Bernie, and he would be in like High Fidelity. Just a very talented performer.
Nacho Libre.
No, he was just like a very talented performer, and he would do a lot of kid stuff like Nacho Libre in the Mix.
Yeah.
And he was like mostly known as a comedian for that stuff, but he would do like it's like Adam Sandler is now, where he'd do like a real movie every few years.
Yeah.
And then and then he's just like, you know what? I'll do a video game movie.
And then he's like,
What is this? Is this the
that's
Nacho
from the
Libre
Nacho
song?
Libre.
No, it's Nacho Libre.
I've never seen Nacho Libre.
Get cultured.
I tried watching it when I was like 14 or 15, and I don't think I made it longer than 10 minutes.
Guys.
But then he's like, you know what?
Come
I'll do a
on.
video game movie. I'll do Jumanji. And it's like,
Yeah.
we'll do another video game movie. I'll be
fuck the new
in the
Jumanji
Mario
movies.
movie. And it's like, I'll do another one. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be in Mario, Minecraft, and Jumanji.
Yeah.
Just a little too much.
A little too much.
Jack Black in video game movies.
Do you ever he was on a YouTube show called Getting Doug with High, which is where Doug Benson would just do a YouTube live where he'd get high with a guest star
Good.
for like an hour and a half. And Jack Black does one and loses his mind. Like gets has a really bad trip.
He's a very funny person.
Really hard to watch though. Like he has a
terrible time.
terrible
like a
time.
breakdown.
Yeah.
My God.
But License to Wed. More like License to Fart.
License to wet the bed.
Yeah. 1.5 stars out of 10 sounds about right. I know it's not out of 10.
I did 1.5
but-
out of 5.
I did 1.5
I think
out
it was
of 5.
like 3 out of 10. Because that's some
Yeah.
it has some funny lines.
Yeah.
You like
and
the bloopers.
I've seen the bloopers at the end. I forgot the
They're
end
worth
credits
it.
have bloopers, which gave this an extra half star for me.
Yeah.
This would have been
that's
2
good.
out of 10 for me, except I was like, the bloopers are funnier than the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are.
But I think that's all I have to say about License to Wed, right?
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I enjoyed watching this really long TV special episode of The Office.
Yeah.
We've exceeded the length of the movie, so I'm ready.
We have. Sherman, any final thoughts on this? Poop the bed.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
We hope to have
Thanks
you
for having
on
me.
so many more times. And if you, the audience, like this episode, please remember to rate, review, comment, like, subscribe to our platform you're listening on, of which we are on many. We're pretty much on whatever platform you can listen to. All you got to do is Google us. Travolting. That's Travolta, but replace the A with ING. As always, special thanks to Michael Vagoda Smith for the theme music, which is not taking you out right now. And Rebecca for the graphic design. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode of License to Wed. Join us next week for the musical prodigy. We're bringing in high quality. We're bringing in more drama. That's right. Freddie Highmore and August Rush. Join us next week for that. It'll be a good one.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda. Mama, come on, pretty mama. Here I go, Montego. Ooh, I wanna take you to Kokomo. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Kokomo.